Going into a show, especially, I always plan ahead, especially if I know what show I'm doing. As far as my off season goes, leading into like a prep, I don't really try and, as far as like bulking goes, I don't really try and get like too crazy fat, just because now I know exactly how hard it is to lose all of that. So I try and stay as lean as possible in my bulking stage. But if I'm planning ahead for a prep, I usually give myself about anywhere between 12 to 16 weeks beforehand, just so I can kind of taper myself into it. I think 8 weeks is like, unless you're already conditioned, I think 8 weeks is like kind of pushing it. It all depends on like where your body is at prior to when you start prep, but I usually give myself about 12 weeks. Mentally, I would say I kind of ease into it. I don't like jump right in, especially going from the off season to prep. It's one or another. You know, it's super serious. The regimen just becomes totally different. But now I would say after my third show, and especially after doing nationals, I've definitely conditioned my body more and mentally my brain more to kind of accept like what I'm about to do as far as prep goes. In the very beginning, I didn't really have any clue as to what I was really getting myself into, but now that I know how serious I have to be with my diet, I mean, your entire life really does change. Not just diet plan wise or mental stress wise or anything like that, but your entire schedule. Between work, between how you just structure your entire day. For me during prep, I structured my entire day based around how much cardio I'm going to get in that day. I base my entire thing about how long meal prep is going to take in the morning. I know some guys who meal prep for maybe like 4 or 5 days in advance. I personally don't like to do that. I like to cook my food and have it be fresh in the morning. So sometimes I'll just wake up extra early around like 6 a.m. just to get my hour fasted cardio in, depending on how close I am to a show. This way it kind of gives me enough time. I would say about meal prep for the entire day for me, I can probably get it down to like 40 minutes now that I kind of know exactly what I need to eat. So based off of that alone, that's kind of how I structure my day. And then right now I'm a waiter at an Italian restaurant. That's what I do part-time. So it's good for me, especially with my my lifestyle when it comes to lifting and when it comes to taking off from work. Because I know some people who work a 9-to-5 job, they don't have that opportunity to work around that type of schedule. With me, it's a little bit different. I can kind of take off whenever I need, especially for peak week. I'm off all week. So yeah, I mean, structuring my entire next 3-4 months when it comes to prep, it's totally different than in off season. But that's basically how I kind of get ready for prep. I kind of restructure my entire schedule based on that.